Right now we're all kind of emotional because of the last segment talking about loving each other. And I tell you something, there is no more obvious way that we can be loving than helping the North Texas Food Bank. It always needs more support, and during the holiday season, it is particularly true. But with recent cuts to the food stamp program, the North Texas Food Bank needs your help now more than ever. So Jan Pruitt is here to tell us how we can help feed 3 of our neighbors. Now get this, 3 of our neighbors with just $1. How much do you need?
Well, we are trying to raise $7 million this holiday season, and the good news is we're about halfway there. We've got about $3.5 million of that, and people will ask me, well, what do you need $7 million for? Well, we have 26 trucks that run and pick up food every day. We have 183,000 square feet of warehouse space, and when you give $1 to the food bank, you're actually giving $1, you're giving food to 262 agencies in the North Texas area.
Can you name some of those agencies?
Sure, any agency that has a food program and low-income people accessing that food. So Salvation Army, Christian Community Action in Louisville, CCS downtown,
Brother Bill's Mission. I know you help them.
That's right. That's one of our larger agencies.
You know, see, we don't think about that.
Right.
I think we think of people go by the food bank and get food. It's not like that, is it?
We're actually in a good way, the middleman between national donors and the local food pantry at a church. And so at Minnie's Food Pantry in Plano, they can't pick up food from Kraft or from any of the large manufacturers. We do that. We also send trucks to all the Walmarts, the Walmarts, the Krogers, the Targets, the Sam's, all of those stores. Twice a week, our trucks are in those stores.
And pick up what?
Meat, bread, produce, dairy. So if you go to the store today and you see a piece of meat that's going to expire in 2 days, that meat doesn't get wasted.
No.
It gets pulled out, kept frozen, and it comes to the food bank.
And so they donate it. So you do take perishable food then?
We do. Produce.
Now you don't ask if we gather a basket of things for the food bank, you ask that we don't put perishable food in it, don't you?
Right, because it'll probably sit out in your lobby for a few days.
Yeah, it will.
And won't get to us quickly. But we go to a Kroger store today, and that food is at an agency tomorrow.
Tell me how you're funded in other ways other than private donations.
Well, the majority is private donations. About 20% of our revenue is through the government. So when people are talking about the Farm Bill right now, we're concerned because some of our funding and some of the food comes from the Farm Bill.
And that's being slashed?
Actually, for the TFAP, or the commodities that we handle, that is not being cut. That is one of the very few programs in government funding.
What is TFAB?
The Emergency Food Assistance Program,
okay.
And that literally keeps cans and boxes on our shelves in the summer months when people don't think about donating.
And they don't, do they? We do at Christmas because we're in the giving spirit.
Right.
But then Christmas is past.
And in the summer, children are home, they're not getting free breakfast and free lunch.
And I don't think about that.
So mom needs to provide 3 meals, and she's having trouble providing 1 meal.
About how many families do you think, or people, that the food bank serves? Do you have a rough estimate?
We know what the need is. The need is 800,000 in our community right here are what's called food insecure, are unsure of their next meal. The North Texas Food Bank provides 175,000 nutritious meals a day through our partner agencies, but the need is 300,000 nutritious meals a day, and that would fill Cowboy stadiums 3 times to capacity.
It's just unfathomable to think about that in this country, in this city of plenty and abundance, that there are people going hungry except for what we can contribute to the food bank. I want you to look into that camera, and I want you to say those 4 things to people who want to help the food bank.
If you want to help the food bank, if you truly want to make a difference, you can do 4 things. Give your voice. Tell people that hunger's real in our community, that 1 in 4 children are at risk of hunger. Give a can, donate an hour of your time at the food bank, or give $1, because for every $1 that you give, we can provide 3 meals.
There are several ways you can help. Those are just some of them. And when we come back, we're talking with Mark Rubel about winter plant. Am I right? it's just too much for me. With winter plants that can withstand the cold, so stick around.